My name is Soham Joshi, and I'm a social entrepreneur. My product is Aqua, Aeri.
Water scarcity impacts more than 1 billion people today. The problem exacerbates in big cities like Cape Town and Jakarta, who have high population densities. Ironically, these cities have very high humidity levels, which is an untapped resource to get clean water. Existing technologies include fog nets and condensation towers, which have an average efficiency of 20%. These technologies don't exploit the full potential of their high humidity levels. My vision is twofold: to reduce e-waste and to harness the free humidity in the environment. My goal is to create a product that leverages e-waste to accelerate and enhance the condensation of water through the effective use of solid-state magnetocaloric thermal cooling. My objective is to build a highly efficient water condensation device that can be used for personal as well as commercial purposes, generates water where the immediate need is portable, environmentally friendly, inexpensive and scalable, and extensible to existing infrastructure. My product is based on the concept of magnetocaloric cooling, which is caused due to a change in the magnetic entropy of ferromagnetic materials. Here's a conceptual design of my product. Solar energy is used to power the Peltier cooling module, which causes the tank to become cold enough for the dew point temperature to be reached. The spikes increase the surface area for optimal condensation. My hypothesis is that the condensation occurs when the dew point temperature is reached, and that the condensation is proportional to the surface area of exposure. For my testing, I used a glass tank and a graduated measuring cylinder, a Peltier thermoelectric cooling module, CPU cooling fans, a Raspberry Pi 3, and an AM2302 or DHT22 temperature and humidity sensor. For my testing, I attached 2 CPU fans on the outside of a Peltier tile. As one side of the Peltier tile got cold, the cold air was pushed into the tank, while the hot air was pushed back into the atmosphere. I created a Python script on the Raspberry Pi that measured the temperature and humidity inside the tank. For the testing, I simulated 8 different scenarios with varied surface area and humidity. Here are my testing results which confirm my hypotheses. To summarize, solid-state refrigeration using a Peltier cooling module does cause condensation. Based on the test results and using the principle of extrapolation, I estimate that my product would collect at least a gallon of water per day. Increasing the surface area would increase the quantity of water collected. In the future, I want to make the rectangular prisms out of metal organic frameworks or perovskites. Additionally, a processor can be added which measures the temperature, humidity, and dew point temperature and calculates the amount of time the magnetocaloric thermal cooling needs to run for the optimum use of the solar power. A mechanism can be used for the rectangular prisms to move from inside the tank to outside the tank to capture the most ambient dew. A filter can also be added so the water that's collected can be purified and used for drinking purposes. Using the red ocean landscape, I compared 3 of my competitors, Warco Water, WaterGen, and Eel Water. I compared their unit cost, installation cost, time to install, peripheral infrastructure, ongoing maintenance, cost per gallon, customizable, proximity to location of need, and portability. As you can see, my product compared to the other water condensation products has a lower total cost of ownership while still providing a high degree of customization and portability. This slide shows what my solution eliminates, raises, reduces, and creates to make my product more versatile. This slide shows the market for my product. The immediate audience are millions of households in water-strapped cities as well as small commercial businesses. I then plan to expand to hotter climates like the southern United States. I would source the Peltier modules and fans through e-waste. The cost of the tank, solar panel, and rectangular prisms would be $20. Based on a low estimate of 1 gallon of water every day, which is 365 gallons per year, the cost of the unit would be 5.5 cents per gallon or 5.5 cents per day. This is a breakup of my expenses and revenue. My company is profitable from the first year and will make a gross profit of close to $1 million at the end of 5 years. Half of the gross profit will be used to benefit communities around the world. This is the timeline for my product development. It starts with the idea and research phase, building the prototype, testing in the field, getting feedback, and continuously improving my product. My business is a social enterprise, which means I'll be creating jobs in the consumer country, as well as using part of my profit to help communities that can't afford the device.
Thank you for listening to my presentation.